How to become immortal? Let's face it, many of us would love the idea, others not so much. Everyone desires to avoid death either out of thirst for knowledge, a love for living, or simply out of fear. On the other hand, most humans see it as a curse. Humans are fascinated by life. Since it goes on forever, there are so many myths associated with immortality. Here, we delve into the theories and myths advanced on how to become immortal. As Japanese legend has it, one way is to eat a mermaid. Japanese mythology describes a mermaid-like creature called ninjo. Ninjo is believed to be a carp and monkey cross that lives in the sea. If caught, the mermaid is associated with bad luck and a stormy weather. Another myth talks about a girl called 800 Nun. Her father supposedly brought her ninjo meat by mistake. She ate the meat and ended up being cursed with immortality. This girl devoted herself to Buddha and became a nun after the death of her many children and husbands. She was eventually allowed to die at 800 years, probably because of her holiness. In Christian mythology, there was this Jewish man that taunted Jesus on his way to be crucified, who is said to have hit Jesus with a shoe and asked him to hurry up. Jesus told the man that he would have to hang around until Jesus comes back. After realizing what had happened, the man converted to Christianity, took up the name Joseph and got baptized. The curse included him not being allowed to rest except briefly during Christmas. Every 100 years, he would become extremely sick, get into a fit for a long time and then go back to age 30. Many Greek myths involving mortals described them to be extreme pride or hubris. So, many of them were punished to live forever because they had challenged or tricked the gods. Sisyphus in his early life had tried to trick Zeus, which resulted in him trapping Thanatos, the death personification in Greek mythology. This resulted in a world where nobody could die. This issue really bothered the god of war, Ares. Consequently, Sisyphus was punished to roll a boulder uphill during the day and then downhill during the night. Another myth describes King Ixion, who went to Zeus to seek forgiveness after killing his father-in-law. But he tried to rape Hera on empty Olympus. Zeus discovered and tricked him with a cloud in the shape of Hera. As punishment, he was strapped to a flaming wheel eternally. Peaches of immortality play a crucial role in the journey of the Chinese to the West. The Monkey King, Sun Wukong, got immortality after eating peaches that he was assigned to protect. He managed to escape at first but was later captured. However, Sun Wukong could not be executed since he had already become immortal. At some point, he decided to fight heaven, and the gods turned to Buddha, who tricked him and trapped him for 5 centuries. He then went on the quest described in Journey to the West. The peach tree, which bore fruit every 3,000 years, had been planted by the Jade Emperor and his wife Xi Wangmu. They surrendered them to the gods so that they could live forever. The golden apples found in the Norse mythology could be one of the answers to how to become immortal. Golden apples are extremely important to the Norse deities compared to the Greek ones. The goddess of spring, Idun, tended the orchard. The apples helped the Norse gods maintain their youth and live forever. One day, Idun was tricked by Loki and handed over to the giant Thiasse together with the apples. The Norse gods immediately started to grow old and their power deteriorated. They eventually managed to force Loki to bring back Idun and the apples with their last bit of power. Loki turned into a falcon, brought back Idun and the apples, and the gods regained their eternal life. Ambrosia, a drink that tasted like honey and delivered by doves to the Olympians, was the source of Greek gods' immortality. Many mortals and demigods like Heracles were allowed to drink it while others stole it. Tantalus was trapped in a pool of water with food just out of reach as punishment for stealing ambrosia. The English word tantalize came from his story and name. Others like Tydeus were turned away just before they tasted it. Tydeus was to be immortalized by Athena until he was found feeding on human brains. This could just be one of the tips on how to become immortal. There are so many more. Just maybe someone out there may be immortal. There can be only one. Stay paranoid, my friends.